Hello YouTube, this is the Mac924 here, and about a month ago, I told you my opinion of the top 10 characters that I thought should be in the next Smash Bros. Game. But what about all the characters that should be kept out of the next Smash Bros. Game? Like, there are a whole lot of characters that Nintendo could choose from, and with every good character that I think should be in the game, there's an equally bad character that should be put in the game. Well, not bad character, but character that has no chance at all. And I'm going to tell you the top 10 characters that I think have no chance or very, very little chance to get in the next Smash Bros. Game. Now, I'm going to start off with an honorable mention, or I guess dishonorable since it's a top 10 list that shouldn't be something that's negative, but I don't know how that works. But yeah. Now, the honorable mention is Zoroark. Now, Zoroark, he does have a pretty good chance to get in the next Smash Bros. Game if it comes out before October. Since 6th Gen was released, I'm thinking that if Smash Bros. Comes out anytime past October, or maybe even November, then I think there's a higher chance that a 6th Gen character will be in the next Smash Bros. Game. Now, I mean, yes, Zoroark, he has a very high chance if it comes out over the summer, which is highly unlikely. I don't think that would happen because, I don't think they would, even if they released it, announced that it was going to come out at E3, it would come out that soon. It may be November, which, even if it did come out in November, I think they would pick a different Pokemon to be in the game. But yeah, that's why Zoroark's only an honorable mention, because it's very situational. If he's in or not. Yeah, on to the actual list. Number 10, Waluigi. Now, personally, I don't even know why Waluigi exists. He doesn't, he's never in any main series Mario games. He's only in spin-offs. He's only in Smash Bros. Tennis, other sport games like the Mario Sonic crossovers, Mario Kart. He's not in any main series game. He's not important to the plot. He shouldn't be in the next Smash Bros. Game. They couldn't really make a good moveset for him because all we know about him is that he's a doubles partner for Wario. That's all we really know about him. He only ever really good at sports. I guess they could kind of make a kind of sports related theme around him, but that would just be kind of pointless if you really think about it, because why would they have a Mario character and make it his moveset based around sports? That'd just be kind of weird. Yeah, I don't think Waluigi needs to be in the next Smash Bros. Game. Number 9, Midna from Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess. Now, I might get a lot of hate for this, but hear me out. Midna was released with a character in Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess. And Twilight Princess was a GameCube character. And since Brawl came out after Twilight Princess came out, you think Brawl would have had Midna in it if Midna was to be in a Smash Bros. Game at all. Since, yes, it was remade for the Wii, but I don't think that makes Midna have a good enough chance to be in the next game. Better choices would be Girahim from Skyward Sword, or if they're probably going to come out with another Legend of Zelda game by the time the next Smash Bros. Game comes out. If it comes out 2014 or 13, maybe. It's already 13, isn't it? Yeah. If it comes out late this year, they might have a new one. If it comes out 2014, they'll definitely have a new one by then. So yeah, Midna has a very, very slim chance. I mean, there's still a chance there since it was remade, but it's very slim. Number 8, Dark Pit from Kid Icarus Uprising. Now, Dark Pit, now it's pretty much, it would be an exact clone of regular Pit, but I think he has kind of a chance if Nintendo decided to give Pit the bow and give the bow and maybe the sword or blade, I guess, from Kid Icarus Uprising, and then give Dark Pit the claws and the cannon from Kid Icarus Uprising. They could have two different weapons, and that would differentiate them enough to make it two completely different characters. But I just don't really see Nintendo doing something like that. I mean, they might. Since Namco is working with them, they might think of that. I don't know. But, yeah, I don't really think Dark Pit has that good of a chance. He would play pretty much exactly like Pit would. I mean, I'm just fine with Pit having the black wings and the black tunic that he does in Brawl with the color change. I'm fine with that being Dark Pit. I mean, that's good representation of him. That's pretty much what he is in the game. Pretty much is Pit, just slightly more powerful and pretty much halfway through the game. So, yeah, I don't think Dark Pit has that. I mean, he has a good chance, like I said, if they decide to give Pit a different weapon and Dark Pit a different weapon. But I don't really see Dark Pit not having the silver bow. That would just be kind of weird. Yeah. On to number 7. Dark Samus, or whatever the Dark Samus is from I think Metroid Prime, or it was one of the Metroid games. Now Dark Samus, they do need another Samus or Metroid character, but I just don't think Dark Samus is the character to be put in there. It would be a clone, another clone character, and I just don't really think there doesn't need to be any more clone characters. Like in Brawl, they were trying to get rid of clone characters. They didn't introduce any pure clone characters. They changed up Ganondorf's moveset a little bit. They changed up Falco's and Wolf's movesets enough for them to be different than their Fox and Captain Falcon. And also, even with Toon Link, he's not an exact clone. He has a different way of attacking, kind of. With Dark Samus, I don't really see her have, I guess, since it's a clone. I don't really know. I don't really see it having anything different move-wise than regular Samus. Yeah, I just don't really see it having. I mean, if they did decide to bring back the clone characters, which I highly don't think they will, because they were trying to get rid of them, like I said, in Brawl. I don't think they're going to try to bring them back. Yeah, I just don't really think Dark Samus has that good of a chance. Another, one of the hunters would be a much better, if you're going to put in something from Metroid, either Ridley or one of the hunters, probably. Number 6, Shadow the Hedgehog. Now, another incident where it would just be a clone character. It wouldn't add anything new to the game. The only thing he could do is maybe use kind of chaos control. Somehow put that into his moveset. That would be more of a final smash. Make everyone move really slow for a certain period of time. But I just don't really think he has a real reason to be in the game since Sonic is already there, and I don't really see them putting in any more Sonic characters. Shadow, he wouldn't add anything, he wouldn't do anything different than Sonic, except maybe Chaos Control, like I already said. Yeah, I don't think Shadow has a chance. He has a chance, but it's very, very slim. Number 5, Pac-Man. Now, I know Namco is co-producing this game, but just because Namco is co-producing Smash Bros. 4, that doesn't necessarily mean that Pac-Man is going to be in the game. Now, Namco said themselves, we don't want to force a Namco character in. We want, if they ask us to put one in there, then we gladly will. But if they don't, then we'll keep out of it. We'll just produce it and that's it. But since, like, it's probably the most logical third-party character that's not Capcom character, because Capcom character is obviously gonna be either Ryu or Mega Man. I hope Mega Man. Yeah, but I just don't really see Nintendo really supporting advertising Pac-Man like that. Like, I don't really understand why people want him in the game. I don't really see a moveset for him, really. Like, the only game he's been in is Pac-Man, the arcade game, where he kind of went around and ate little dots. And also that Pac-Man 2, the point-and-click adventure game where you made him be a jerk to everyone. I just don't really see them putting that into a game and making it into a fighting game and making it work. Yeah, I just don't see that happening. I mean, if Capcom did want to put not Capcom, I keep wanting to say Capcom. If Namco did want to put in a game, put in a character into the next Smash Bros. Game, I don't really know. Maybe the guy from Tales of Symphonia. I think he's Namco. I don't really know that much about different video games and what they're produced by. I know kind of, but not. I don't really know much about Namco to really make a surefire idea on who's going to be the next game if Namco did decide to put one in. But I just don't think Pac-Man, even though it's their mascot, I just don't really think Pac-Man is going to get in. Number 4, Louie from Pikmin. Now, I know Pikmin 3 is going to come out before the next Smash Bros. Game is, but that doesn't mean that Louie has that good of a chance to be in the game. Now, Louie would not do anything different than Olimar would. Like with Dark Pit, they could do a little different with him, like with giving different weapons. With Dark Samus, she could have a different Final Smash and maybe be a little slower and faster. And with Shadow the Hedgehog, he could like do different things with the Chaos Control. He might be like a little slower, maybe like just by a little bit, and maybe slightly more powerful. But with Louie, I just don't see him like being any different than Olimar. They both do the exact same thing in the game, and I just don't see. And like, yeah, clone. Another thing with clone characters, like he would be an exact clone, and I just don't. I really want Nintendo to stray away from clone characters. Like I already said earlier, with Brawl, they really were trying to stray away from that, and I just don't see them adding in characters that would like need a clone. I don't really see them doing that. Now, I did like Lou in the game. He was pretty funny, but I just don't see him really, being a good character to be put in the next Smash Bros. Game. Now, number 3, Phoenix Wright. Where do I begin? Now, he's a Capcom character, and Nintendo did say they want a Capcom character in the game. They said they only wanted 1 or 2. Though that 1 or 2 being either Mega Man or Ryu or some other Street Fighter character. Phoenix Wright, he's in a game where like it wouldn't like transfer well to a fighting game. Like Phoenix Wright, he's in. I think I haven't really played any Phoenix Wright games, but from what I can gather, he's a lawyer. And what would you do? Like, shoot objections at them? They take 10 damage from you using the ejection attack? That would just be stupid. I just don't, like, a lot of people want Phoenix Wright to be in the next game. But I just don't really see how it would really work. Like, he doesn't do anything in the game except you justify or injustify their case. That wouldn't really transfer well to a fighting game. Like I already said, I just don't see that happening at all. Now, number 2, I may be cheating a little bit with this. I kind of ran out of spaces, so I decided to put this all in one category. Any third-party character that's not Namco or Capcom that doesn't make any sense whatsoever. Now, that's like any Dragon Ball Z characters such as Goku and Vegeta, Final Fantasy, Kingdom Hearts, or any characters from Microsoft or Sony characters that are exclusive to Microsoft and Sony. Now, yeah, like I said, I'm probably cheating a little bit with this, but whatever. Now, Goku, yes, he did have a couple of games on the Wii and N64 and GameCube, but that doesn't mean anything. That doesn't mean he's going to be in the next game. He originated from a TV show. That doesn't mean, like, he's not going to be in the next game if you originate from a TV show. Like, all these characters, they have to at least originate from a video game. And just because he was on the Wii and other Nintendo consoles, that does not mean that he's going to be in the next game. That means he's not. I can pretty much guarantee you, Goku and Vegeta, they're not going to be in the next game. Characters from Final Fantasy, they have no chance at all. I don't even think Final Fantasy was on any Nintendo consoles outside of the NES and the Super NES. And yet people want Final Fantasy characters in the next game. I just don't see it happening. Same thing with Kingdom Hearts. Yes, Kingdom Hearts characters are on the they are on the DS and I think there's a couple on the Wii, maybe, I don't know, but they didn't originate from Nintendo. There's no chance that they would just throw in a random. I mean, there's a chance, but I don't really think there's any chance that Cloud is going to be in the next, or is that Sora? I think Cloud is from Final Fantasy and Sora is from hold on just a second.
From Genesis.
Sorry about that. Yeah, I haven't played either Final Fantasy or Kingdom Hearts, sue me, but yeah, I don't think either one of them have a chance, or have a very good chance to get in the next game. Just because they're on Nintendo consoles does not mean that they're going to be in the next Smash Bros. Game. Now we get into Microsoft and Sony exclusive characters. Now, someone wanted Master Chief in the next game. No. Someone wanted Kratos in the next Smash Bros. Game. No. Someone wanted the guy from Assassin's Creed. No. Someone wanted the guy from Call of Duty. No. None of these characters from Microsoft and Sony are going to be in the next Smash Bros. Game, no matter how much you fanboys want it. Now, Master Chief, he doesn't tie in at all with Nintendo. He's solely a Microsoft character. He wasn't even on the PlayStation. There's no way he can be in the next game. Yes, I guess his moveset would kind of work. You could give him different weapons and stuff, but it just wouldn't go well. It just wouldn't work. There's no way he would be in the next game. And the guy from Assassin's Creed, same thing. Just because he's on the Wii U, but that doesn't mean he's gonna be in the next Smash Bros. Game just because he's on a Nintendo console, and he didn't even originate from Nintendo. Also, Kratos. Some people want Kratos and other Sony exclusive characters. They already have their own fighting game. They don't need another one. PlayStation All-Stars Battle Royale. They already have their own fighting game, so I don't see them needing to be on another fighting game that's not even their franchise. Yeah, characters from Sony, Microsoft, they're not getting in, no matter how much you fanboys want it. Now for number 1. Now, a lot of people say that they really want the Miis from the 3DS and the Wii to get in. I don't get it. Yes, the Miis were a big part of the Wii, and the 3DS also had them, but that doesn't mean at all that the next Smash Bros. Game is going to have them. It wouldn't work. In order for a Mii to be in the next Smash Bros. Game, it would have to be completely customizable. It would have like a list of, it would have a list of, you would have a list of all the different moves you could do and stuff, and then just kind of put them where you want them, pretty much. And that would get very, very, like, it would get almost overpowered if you really think about it, because like you could give them like all the most powerful, quick, cheap moves, and then put them online, and like they don't know what people online don't know what to prepare for. It just wouldn't work. Like, I mean, also, yeah, like, would you just kind of take your Mii from the Wii and the 3DS and just kind of put it on the game? I just don't really think. And could you make multiple Wiis? It just wouldn't work. I mean, a lot of people say they want it in there, but I just don't see it happening at all. And that's why the Mii is the number one character that I think will not get in. It's just illogical. Yes, it represents Nintendo well, but it's just, like I said, it had to be completely customizable, and that would get very time consuming, very cheap to other players, very unbalanced. Yeah, that's another thing. If you're able to put like all these different moves on it, it would get very unbalanced. And Nintendo is not very good, but as from Brawl, they're trying to make all the characters very balanced and very like well-rounded. Like, not one character was necessarily better than the other. Like, they all play differently, and they all had their own strengths and weaknesses. With the Mii, you can make it completely customizable and make it all just so overpowered and so cheap that there'd be nothing that could beat it. It just wouldn't work. Yeah. So that's it for this top 10, or I guess kind of top 11 if you count the honorable mention. Yeah. Leave a comment of any characters that you think have no chance at all to get in the next game. Now, my characters that I put on this list, they'll definitely differ from your characters. Like, most of the characters I see a lot in top 10 countdowns and stuff. I don't understand why, but I mean, I'll definitely get a lot of hate for this if, but yeah, leave a comment of different characters that you think should not be in the next Smash Bros. Game. Yeah. Also go ahead and list characters that you think should be in the next Smash Bros. Game. If you have anything you want to, if there's any of these characters you think you want to disagree with me about, leave a comment that, really justifies your answer. Don't just say, I want him in there because he looks cool or because we need another Metroid representative. Try to justify your answer. So, yeah, rate, comment, subscribe. Bye.